Hey everyone, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Happy second Friday in May, I think. Trying a little bit something different again today, just working through some of the technologies and trying something a little different. So, those of you who see me on YouTube and those who follow me on Facebook, you'll be able to see me without having to navigate all the way over to Instagram every Friday for the live. So, again, trying out something a little bit different, and let me know how you feel about this setup. So it's always a thing trying to get this technology and everything together. But in any case, I hope you have had a wonderful, wonderful week. Today, I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is so important, a question that's coming up in my clinical practice about what would you know? Spring detoxes. All over the internet, you'll see people talking about spring wellness, spring detoxes. What's the best way to do it? What's the best way to do it safely? So, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite ways to engage with spring cleanses, if you will. If you don't want to use the term detox, we can use the term cleansing and how to integrate that into your everyday life, not just for spring, but also like 4 seasons of wellness. So cleansing for every season, and why I think it's important, especially in midlife. So for midlife men and women, especially for women, and I'm going to share why. Now, a lot of people have a problem with that word midlife, but I want us to destigmatize that word. I really, really do. If you have hit the golden age of 40, you can consider yourself a midlifer, right? Because for all intents and purposes, if we look at age spans and things like this, if you've hit that golden mark of 40, you are definitely in the club with us midlifers, right? Now, if you're in 50s, you know for sure you are definitely in that club. And let's just say midlife is not a bad thing. It just means that you have collected 40 birthdays. It means for me, I've collected 50 plus birthdays. And I think that's a good thing because what's the alternative? Not collecting those birthdays. So, first and foremost, let's destigmatize that word midlife and let's embrace it and really come to terms with the fact that yes, our bodies are getting more birthdays collected in them. All right. Like we're getting a little bit older and we have to do things a little bit differently when we start collecting these birthdays. Shout out to Dr. Eric Walker over at Live-In Eye Care in Pikesville, Maryland, for giving me that terminology. He said to me, you said to me, Dr. Walker, you are collecting birthdays. We are collecting birthdays. So shout out to you for giving me that. So let's talk about spring cleanses. And this is something that I'm going to go deeper on in my retreat in September to Bacalar, Mexico. If you're following me, you know that retreat is September 17th through the 22nd. September 17th through the 22nd, 2024. We are going to be leaving to go to Bacalar, and we're going to be learning all the good things about designing the life you deserve with intention and intuition. One of the topics we're going to be talking about is healthier nutrition, right? How can you think about vision boards and designing your life and leveling up and getting in the C-suite if you're tired, if you're wired, if you're exhausted, right? So nutrition is an important part of our life design, making sure that we're feeling well, because when we feel better, we actually do better, right? When we feel better, we do better. So we're going to be going into this a little bit deeper in Bacalar. And the reason why I want to go deeper on this in retreat is because when it comes to nutrition, food, juicing, it's important to understand what good food tastes like again, what fresh food tastes like again. Juicing is one of those experiences, and I'm going to be teaching juicing at the retreat, going deeper. Juicing is one of those things that it all depends, quality matters, right? So quality of your produce matters. Quality of your equipment matters. Quality of how you juice matters. How you store your juices, what temperature you store them at, what mechanisms you use for storage, what equipment you use, all of those things matter. And I've heard so many people say, I don't like juicing or it's too much work. And, I didn't notice the difference in this. That's because quality matters. So I did promise you earlier this year that I'm going to be doing more food content and cooking content, meal prep content, and enjoying your foods again. That is here. That's first of all, it's in my private membership community, the Siva Circle. So you can access all of those things in my membership community where I do tend to go a little bit deeper and then even go deeper than that with me on live retreat. We're going to be gone for 5 wonderful days. You have the opportunity to stay with me a couple of extra days where we'll be doing some another excursion after. It's just going to be wonderful. So I hope those of you who are following me here or are on my mailing list, open up those newsletters, guys. Don't let them just collect in your inbox. Open them up and look at those invitations that I've placed in there for you. We have 3 suites remaining. I want to get those suites filled with you if you really want this year to be the year that you feel your best, that you feel productive, focused, energized, that you feel like you're on fire, that you're crushing your life desires, and that you're feeling your dreams. It's not, I was talking in mastermind last night with the other 2 ladies who are in mastermind with me in the circle. We were talking about this, about what does it feel like to achieve your dreams? What do your dreams feel like? If you say, I want to lose weight, let's just say weight loss is your thing. What's that going to feel like? How are you going to feel? How are you going to show up differently in your life? These are some of the things that retreat experiences allow you to envision, but also to embody, right? So also to embody, how do you want to feel? So let me get into today's content. Let me drop some stuff here for you. I've got my little notes here and I want to just share with you. First and foremost, juicing is a wonderful way to cleanse your colon, your large and small colon. It's a wonderful way to do that without starvation diets, without, doing just water and lemon juice all day. Although there are people who do that and do that safely, I make the argument that those of us who are here in the States and in other countries where we need a little bit more nutrition than that, because we are still working and we're doing all the things, taking care of children and parents and whatnot, you need your nutrients, okay? You need your carbs, your proteins, your healthy fats. You need that stuff. And I don't want to see you out here doing these like radical, extreme cleanses and whatnot, and you fall out somewhere. So juicing is a wonderful way to do some safe, healthy cleansing and detoxing. Okay, it's a wonderful way to cleanse the colon and to still get your nutrients. That's number 1. Number 2, resting your digestive system is a wonderful thing. This digestive system, it's compact. It does a lot of good things, but it's the center of your immune system. Your gut is the center of your brain, of your neurological system. So for a lot of you who are experiencing anxiety, depression, difficulty focusing, cleansing and resting this digestive system is a wonderful thing. And why did I say in the title, midlife men and women? Let me talk about midlife women. We use a lot of products. We use a lot of products. We use products for our hair, for our skin, for our, bodies and whatnot. And, even the best products have preservatives, they have chemicals in them and whatnot. And a lot of these chemicals are endocrine disrupting chemicals. We call them EDCs in clinical practice. And these chemicals mimic hormones, some of them, many of them, they mimic hormones. So you can be using all the good products, but if they're filled with chemicals that mimic hormones, they may be causing some of these hormone-like symptoms, hot flashes, brain fog, difficulty sleeping. It's good to give your body the opportunity to see what it feels like without all of that. We build up these heavy metals, we build up these toxins in our bodies. Our liver is the center of detoxification. So it's important for us to have stretches of time where we flush ourselves out, we stop using those chemicals, those products that do have those chemicals in them. And it's important to have that time when we're doing that. And juicing is a wonderful way to do that with specific, nutrients as well as specific vitamins. I'm sorry, vegetables and fruits and whatnot. So when I do my juicing classes and when I'm on retreat, I often cover the specific fruits and vegetables for each season that help you engage in that detox and that cleansing. Okay. So it's a wonderful way to cleanse out those heavy metals, those endocrine disrupting chemicals that are causing a lot of symptoms. Now, ladies who may be younger than me, right? If you're in your 40s, let's just say, or early 40s, who are experiencing hair thinning, hair loss, and things like this. Again, juicing is a wonderful way to get your baseline nutrients back in place, a wonderful way to reduce those heavy metals, those endocrine disrupting chemicals. Wonderful way to do that and still, get the energy that you need to make it through your day. Another thing about juicing, a lot of us lose our thirst sensations. We drink far less water than we are supposed to be drinking. I know for me, I'm going to be the first one to say sometimes drinking enough water is a struggle. It's like I go all day, I'm working and whatnot, and I'm like, my God, I didn't even drink enough water today. And you have all these canisters with the lines on them and whatnot. You have the signals on your phone, on your Fitbits and stuff, but it still isn't enough, right? It still isn't enough. Many of us are not drinking enough water. So juicing is a wonderful way to stay hydrated, okay? Because, if you're juicing with, let's just say, one of my favorites, the pineapple, it's that taste. You're like, "Ooh, that's tasty. Let me have a little bit more of that," right? So juicing is a wonderful way to stay hydrated. And why is hydration so important? Hydration is important for this brain. For this brain, your brain is made up of fat and water. So when you're feeling that brain fog, that sluggishness, a lot of times I've seen in my patient population, a lot of that relates to cellular dehydration. Cellular dehydration, you're just not drinking enough water. Okay. So juicing is another way of doing that, of getting, adequate hydration on board. The other thing I've got like bolded in my little notes here, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is so important. It's found only in plants and it has a unique structure that allows it to enhance the body's ability to produce hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, okay. Hemoglobin, if you don't know, is the carrier of oxygen to cells. Okay, so having chlorophyll, plant-based chlorophyll, which is the only place you can get chlorophyll from plants, is really, really important. You're going to do your body some serious justice by improving the amount of chlorophyll that you have circulating at any good time. It's good for your body. It's good for your body to have more oxygen on board. First of all, good for your lungs, good for your brain, good for energy. A lot of people who are saying, I'm just not energized. Folks, we got to get on board with this nutrition. We really, really do. It hurts me to my heart that nutrition is not, doesn't have a greater focus in most people's medical training, whether it be medical physicians, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, or physician associates. Now that's the new name it's going to be out in Oregon, physician associates. It just hurts me to my heart that nutrition isn't even taught in, grade school, public school, high school. It's one of the most important things you can learn for your life. Money management and what to put in your wallet, what to keep in your wallet, and what to put in your mouth are two of the most important things you can study in this lifetime, right? How to keep more money in your wallet and how to keep good foods in your mouth. It's just one of those important topics that regardless of who you are, whether you're male, female, whether you're, living in the States or living in Mexico or living in the, UK or wherever you're living, it's the great unifier. Food and water are the great unifiers. We all need it, and we all need to have good, solid nutrition on board. So, that being said, chlorophyll, natural sugars. We're talking natural sugars that you're going to find in fruits and vegetables. Okay. We're not talking about the artificial stuff, the refined sugars, because refined sugars are the kiss of death. Let me tell you, refined artificial sugars, if you want to leave this life early, if you don't want to be in midlife anymore and you want to leave this planet early, you just start messing around with a lot of these refined and artificial sugars. They are the kiss of death. Plant sugars, totally different thing. Okay. So, and I just want to end this on another note too. Juicing is a way to introduce yourself to fruits and vegetables that you probably would never ever want to eat in any other way. Let me give you a perfect example. Beets. Okay. Beets are one of the healthiest things to juice. Beets are rich in nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, opens the blood vessels. So when we're talking about blood pressure issues, when we're talking about brain health and Alzheimer's disease and all kinds of other things, we want healthy blood vessels. We want healthy blood vessels. We don't want blood vessels that are all scarred up inside, where atherosclerosis can occur, where lipid or fat deposits can occur. We want healthy, clear, clean, smooth linings in our blood vessels. Beets are the answer to that. I absolutely love juicing beets. Um, they are earthy. They are earthy. Okay. They have that earthy taste to them. But when you cut it up with a little bit of pineapple and a little bit of apple and a little bit of orange, it is so absolutely delicious. So when else would you eat beets unless you grew up, in your family eating beets and whatnot? And then the way they were prepared, you may be like, I would never eat beets. Let me tell you, if you drank my beet surprise juice, you will love it. My husband absolutely loves this beet juice and drinks it right down, and his blood vessels work very well. So, guys, I'm just going to leave it at that. Beet juice is very, very good for every vessel in your body, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet and those in between. Very good stuff. Here's another one of my favorite juices. Um, this is actually, you know what? This is not one of my juices. I grabbed the wrong thing. This is elderberry syrup. I'm sorry. I just grabbed the wrong. I'm like, this is actually pretty dark. This is my elderberry syrup that I make for immune support. So I pour this into my water, and a little bit into my teas and whatnot. So I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong thing. What I wanted to show you was a purple cabbage juice that I have. So I'll just get on another live to show you that. But here's just one of my other ones, my ginger shots. I absolutely love my ginger shots. They're very energizing, and they're also good for cleansing the digestive system. Ginger is really, really good for that. Powerful, powerful, powerful ginger. I mean, you talk about clearing out your sinuses and strengthening your immune system and getting your gut health together, cleaning out that gut microbiome and restabilizing that gut. Ginger is good for that. Okay. So I just wanted to share these tips with you and let you know that this is my huge focus in my practice. And if you want to go deeper, you want to learn a little bit more, or you want some resources, don't hesitate to reach out. Join me in my private membership community. I'm able to do things in the community and talk about things there that I cannot talk about in the public space. There's a lot of regulation out here these days, a lot of bleeps and blooping and editing and all this kind of thing. And in my private membership community, I'm able to go deeper with you, answer your questions directly, probably provide a little bit of advice that I would not put in the public realm, just because of the amount of stuff that goes on in the public discourse these days. So if you want more information on that, I'm going to drop it in the comments, but it is in my profile, the Seva Circle, the Seva, SEVA circle.com. Come on over and check us out over there, where I can go deeper with you, give you resources. You can have dialogue with the other ladies who are there and who are working on the same goals you're working on. And then finally, if you want to go deeper with me on retreat, I've got 3 suites left. We're going to be in Bacalar, Mexico. It is the furthest tip of the Yucatan. Absolutely beautiful. You'll have the opportunity to pick fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh, right off the vine, and juice them right then and there. Do some taste testing, learn about their properties, do some blends together, try out, okay, let me try this and try that, see how that feels for your body. And on retreat, you're going to be eating healthy meals. You're not going to be eating just rabbit food salads. I'm talking some of the best food, healthy food. And the ladies who went last year were shocked. They were like, my goodness, this food is so good and the recipes are so simple. And it got to the point where they were like, I can't eat anymore. Like, I'm going to skip lunch today because I am so satisfied. They weren't full, like to the brim, like, that kind of full, but it was the type of food that is just so nutritious and so satisfying. Your gut feels better. You're resting better. You just feel like $1,000,000. And you're like, you know what? I want to learn how to do this, and I want to feel like this when I go back home. And a retreat is a wonderful place to do that, because all of the distractions are gone. You're eating better, you're sleeping better, your phone is not beeping every 5 minutes, and notifications and all that kind of stuff going off. So give yourself the gift of that experience this year. You will not regret it. You will not regret taking time for yourself. Ladies, we're coming up on Mother's Day this weekend. I know you got all the things. You got all the perfume you could ever need. You've got all the shoes. You've got all the household products, all the jewelry. I see you with your bling out here, like y'all are crushing the things with your jewelry, your Pandora, your gold snaps, and all these other things. You got everything you already need, right? Why not give yourself the gift of the thing that you really, really need all the time, forever, that you can never have enough of? And that is time for yourself. Time for yourself to go deeper, to explore what is most important for you, to touch the neglected places of your life again. I mean, I have them. You have them. There are places in our life that are just sitting on the back burner. Just sitting on the back burner. We go to the gym, we don't go to the gym. We cook healthy, we don't cook healthy. We have these peaks and valleys where we're doing all the things and then we fall off. Something happens, a mother gets sick, a father gets sick, kids need you. We go up and we go down. We go up and we go down. A retreat is an opportunity for you to get that consistency, because that's what matters. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. So a retreat is a wonderful opportunity for you to get that consistency back again, to spend some time designing your routine, figuring out what you can reasonably do at home on the day-to-day, and then how to design that, in community with other women who are working on the same thing that you're working on. You're showing up at retreat with women who are saying the same thing that you're saying, like, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about that? It's a wonderful way to redesign your life, reinvent your life, and keep working on that design. And that's why I have the Seva Circle, so that you don't just go on retreat and then do all the wonderful things, and then you get back and you're like, oh my gosh, now where do how do I get my life back, or how do I integrate this into my life? This is a retreat is, the Siva Circle is there for you post retreat and pre retreat, for you to continue working on the things that you've learned in community with other women who have the same experience that you have, who are saying, yeah, we went on retreat together, and man, I'm back home and now I'm trying to figure this out. We do all of that reintegration work as well. Okay. So if you're interested in that, please go to my website, angelvshannon.com, angelvshannon.com/retreat 2024, or just click on the little button at the top. You'll see it there. You can also just check me out here on my channel. I've been talking about it here. If you're not on my mailing list, get on the mailing list, because that's where you're going to get those early bird discounts for the retreat, and also be able to schedule the pre-retreat calls that we're doing, where we're getting to know each other. We're talking about what to expect, what things you need to bring with you, what you absolutely shouldn't bring with you. We're doing all of that kind of stuff. And let's just say you're not even ready for retreat. Get on my mailing list. Get on my mailing list, because there's lots of good stuff that's coming up. A lot of, subscriber only discounts to different offerings, different things that we have at the office. Supplements, practitioner grade supplements, quality supplements that I personally have vetted myself. You're going to get those subscriber only discounts in that newsletter. You're going to get first registration options for all of my workshops, discounts on that. And here's something really, really important. Really important. Write this down. If you say, I don't even want to, I don't think I want to go on retreat in a group. I don't even think I want to be in a community with other people. I'm really shy. I'm an introvert. But Angel, everything you're talking about is like where I am. And I would love to just work with you one-on-one. I'd love to just be with you for a whole week, or a weekend, and just go deeper in this one topic. It's really personal to me, and I just want to go deeper on that. In my newsletter, on my mailing list, you're going to get exclusive details about what that opportunity would look like. Okay, I've got an exclusive offering for just that, to go one-on-one with me, one-on-one, on any topic that you want to go one-on-one with me about that relates to my work that you've been reading about and watching and whatnot. That's going to be your opportunity to schedule that. This is the deeper work. Okay. This is the mindset work. This is I've been doing all the things. I've spent thousands of dollars on coaching, on, courses, on webinars, on books, on programs. I've spent thousands of dollars. I've been in therapy for all these years. I've been doing all these things, and I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still struggling with such and such. This is your opportunity to go one-on-one, to figure out what is the one thing that you're missing. What is the one thing that you're missing, and how to put that in place. So that offering is only on my mailing list. It's not going to be in the public discourse. You're not going to see it on Twitter. You're not going to see it on Facebook. You're not going to see it on Instagram. The details of that exclusive thing is on my mailing list, and it's there for a reason. Why? Because it tells me that you're interested. It tells me that you care enough to take that first step. When you care enough to take that first step, then I'm going to care with you, because I can't care about you more than you care about you. So when you take that first step and say, Angel, I am in, that is where I am, and I am going to take this first step, then I will lock hands with you and take the next step with you. So you got to take that first step. That's where we say the proof is in the pudding. Okay, so if you're on that mailing list, that's when you get those details. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap up here. Let me look at what time we are. Yeah, we've got to get going. Be well, be good to yourself. Never, ever, ever, ever be afraid to be amazing. Take that first step. Get on that mailing list, either at angelvshannon.com or sivahealthgroup.com. midlife.com/start here. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Ladies, happy Mother's Day to you wherever you are in the world. Wishing you a fantastic Mother's Day with you and yours and with yourself too. Take good care. Be well. Be good to yourself. Bye bye.